very consciously you take an idea where you initiate your thought within. It is just like the outside. Whenever you sit down and listen, we don't know what sounds are coming. You have no control over the birds, animals, vehicles. But you can choose to speak and engage yourself in a speech. You have absolutely no control over the sounds that come from other sources. You can initiate a speech and listen to that. Same way within. When you close your eyes, you have absolutely no control over your memories flashing. In case those memories remind you only the things of past, consciously you can initiate a thought. And as you have seen, the identity between individual and total, Tat Tvam Asi. Ayamatma Brahma. Who I am, the awareness. Indeed, Brahman, all-pervasiveness. Jiva Ishvara. Consciously, you pick up that word, that thought, and Jiva is the same consciousness with individual body and mind. Say Ishvara, all-pervasive consciousness with total name and form, of which the individual body is an inseparable part. As you choose to think, you see the picture behind this thought. Your body never stands isolated. The lap of totality. The space, air, fire, water, earth. You name it Virat, the body of God. And what your nature is, not this body or the thought, but your being, consciousness, at once everywhere. That's both the standpoint. The standpoint of the body, mind. You are part of Ishvara, the totality. From the standpoint of yourself, there is only one awareness, nothing other than it. Living with this knowledge, yet flowing with devotion, your living becomes a blessing. And this awareness you always maintain at all times, all places, all conditions. Just see that for yourself. You consciously initiate the thought and be the source until it is so effortless that you are with yourself. It doesn't matter what thoughts come. But you are all the time aware, conscious, one with yourself, and recognizing totality. Name it Ishvara, God, at all times. Om Sarva-Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Okay. Please read verse number 250 onward, please. Astolamiti dasannirasya siddham svato vyomavada pratarkyam ato mrushamatramidam pratitam jaihi yatsatmataya gruhitam. Right. I hope you are contemplating on these ideas. Very, very important. And this is more important because it is important that you counteract the habitual notions, ideas with which we have started, we have been living so far, so long. The language that you have used is the language of the body, language of the sense organ, language of the sensation, unhappy, miserable, mortal. Now this language has to change. You have learned a new language about yourself. Who are you is no more this tiny little physical body with which you had a very effortless identity. That is why they call it Sahaja Tadatmya. Sahaja Tadatmya means Janmana Sahajayate, a very natural affinity with the body. Body is hungry, I am hungry. Body is named, I am named. Body is walking, I am walking. It's a natural, what they call sahaja. Janmana sahajayat. With the birth, it comes. When I try to appreciate about myself, who I am, it is like contradicting your experiences from childhood. That is why very consciously you use that word I, because while studying you come to discover that this is one letter, one word which has got too many meanings. Actor is one, roles are many. Relatively, I thought is the actor. There are so many roles. Even that much people don't understand. But when you start appreciating that I thought is the actor, all other thoughts are roles, then also you come to discover this I thought itself is a role. And who is the actor? The meaning of the word, aham pratyaya gochara. When you have taken yourself to be a body, a form, a name, an idea, for such a long time, to appreciate yourself as the nameless, formless, becomes a little difficult for most people. That is why in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Abhyakta hai gatir dukkham dehevad vivapyate. Hey Arjuna, not many people are comfortable with the nirguna upasana. Contemplating on the absolute, nameless infinity seems to be a little difficult. People feel more comfortable with the devotion, with a God, with a thought, with an idea, a symbol, because he himself with a physical body. Therefore, grasping another form becomes easier. Understand? If I have a physical body, God too has a body, there is certain affinity. So most people will feel comfortable with that. That is why you can begin with that also. Even though ultimately the person has to see the oneness with the formless, nameless, absolute. So, since it has been from the childhood, even after understanding about yourself, it is imperative you take it on yourself that you consciously contemplate on this idea. It's not the class is not over when the time is over or the verse is over. After that, real class begins, because where you have to see for yourself. In this class, you are introduced. Of course you see it yourself clearly. But to do it by yourself, you contemplate. To the extent you contemplate, you understand. That is why teaching remaining the same, the grasping will depend upon how much each student is contemplating. The teacher is same, the teaching is same, but the grasping depends upon the student as to how much he or she contemplates. So if you take that idea and you start working on it, what is this aham, I? And you see and be the meaning, and that is what he says now. Asthulamityedad asannirasya, asat nirasya. Completely eliminating, dismissing asat. Asat means all the wrong identity that you are taking yourself to be so far. Sthula, that is gross body. Sukshma, subtle body. Karana, causal body. You are taking yourself to be. Now you take yourself asthula. He says, asthulam iti etad. Asthula, ananu, adirgha, araswa. Like that it comes in Upanishad, it comes. So the truth which is asthula, it's not gross. Ananu, it is not like a subtle. It is beyond the gross, subtle, causal. No length, no breadth, no height, no dimension of any kind. Appreciating that. And etad nirasya swatasiddham vyomabart apratarkyam atmanam vijanyat. You know yourself, which is swatasiddham. Swatasiddham means which is self-evident. Swataha siddham. Self-accomplished. Already existing by itself. Swatasiddham. It doesn't depend upon the paran anapeksha. Without depending on others, it is alive, ever existing. No, wait. You give it, switch it off. Switch it off. You give it to her. She'll switch it off. Okay. Careful, man. Slowly. Understand? Paran anapeksha, that which is existing without depending on others. You just see the beauty of it. You just take up this sound and silence. It's amazing. The sound of the flute depends on the instrument. And somebody to play through the instrument. A flute by itself, that instrument is not going to produce the sound. Somebody must blow through the flute. If you want to produce the sound of a veena, a guitar, instrument is needed, a player is needed. For the sound to be produced, the instrument is needed, the player also is needed. For the silence, are you getting that? For the silence, what instrument you need? And who is the player? Can you say we are now having a seminar, assembly, why? We are going to produce some silence. Making some noise I can understand. Orchestra I can understand. Evening of music I can understand. Evening of silence. Are you getting that? Same way, when you appreciate these, teaching, sharing thoughts, that takes an attempt. To be conscious, what should you do? Understand? It's so effortless. Swatasiddham, self-accomplished. That is why they call it Swayambhu, Swayambhavati. People, when they don't understand, they establish a linga and they say Swayambhu linga. You know what? So, when you say Swayambhu means what? Swayambhavati, that which comes by itself. We have established one Swayambhu linga. What type of? It's a contradiction in terms. You don't. If you create it, it is not Swayambhavati. It is not created by itself. Consciousness, yourself, Swayambhu. Your body is not Swayambhu. Body is created by Papa and Mommy, father and mother. They can produce, two bodies can produce a body, but they can't produce the consciousness. Like a mason can build a house, but not the space in the house. Are you getting that point? You can create a thought, but not the consciousness. Ataha mrushamatram idam pratitam jahihi yastu atmataya gruhitam. That which you have taken, atmataya gruhitam, whatever you have taken it to be yourself, which is mrushamatram, mithya, apparently existing, your body, thoughts, sense organs, jahihi, give up. Give up what? Your identity, not the body. The trouble begins when you give up the body, you neglect the body. You give up the family, you neglect the family. You give up the world, neglect the world. What is to be given up is your identity with the body. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand very clear? What is to be given up is not your physical body, but its identity. The body is not to be neglected. That is why in the name of spirituality, you go through such a hell. Body is neglected, family is neglected, people are neglected. The person ultimately sometimes ends up in totally being selfish or totally miserable. Self-indulgent also. Everything should be given up, but I must be taken care. It can be a perversion. Or some people genuinely torture themselves in the name of religion. Both ways you are committing a mistake. You should know about yourself. Is not negating the body, dismissing the thought, but your identity ceases to be. You see yourself as you are. You know that very interesting example. One day there was a monkey, and this monkey was sitting down by the side of the river. And he saw the fish flowing. Then the monkey was full of compassion. When he saw this fish, saw your poor things are drowning. So monkey puts his hand and takes it out. Puts his hand and puts them out. Now what is the monkey doing? The monkey thinks he is saving the fish from drowning. The fool doesn't know he is killing them. Every human individual is living in the stream of life. If you take them away from the stream of life, you are killing them. In the name of renunciation, don't take the people away from the stream of life. Help them how to swim, how to sustain. Not take them out. That is why this so-called renunciation becomes a disaster. Most of the time when people go there, they stay in isolation, they become completely unfit to go back to the world. Either some people run away, jump the wall, or some people stay with their guilt because if they go back, what people will tell them that they could not do it, with a huge load of guilt inside. Or some people manage to live there as they should be living outside. Both ways. So many different ways persons adjust themselves. Please appreciate. It is not that the body or creation has to be negated. It's such a beautiful universe. What business have we got to dismiss it? Use your body, use your mind. So, Shastra, the scriptures, the teacher, doesn't take you away from the creation. Helps you to understand yourself, who you are. Then the freedom is yours. If you want to live all by yourself, fine. You want to live with whole world, fine. Choice is yours. Whether you understand yourself, then you choose pravritti marga or nivritti marga. You be happy with yourself. A person can say, I'm happy with myself, but why not marry? Why not take responsibility, taking up a job? One woman or one man, children, why not live together? Other person says, I'm very happy with myself. Why one man, one woman only? I should live for everybody. Sannyasi. Sannyasa is not closing your eyes and sitting down for yourself. This meditation is not a job for the lifetime. Are you getting that point? You're misunderstood. What are you doing? I'm meditating. Then why should other people feed you? For what? For your meditation, why is it that you cannot work? Are you getting that point? It's a huge misunderstanding. You understand for yourself. Then you choose pravritti marga, nivritti marga. You can get married. There is nothing wrong in marriage. Because of your wisdom, it's not that it is needed that you must remain alone. That aloneness is in spite of togetherness. Aloneness is not being lonely. Are you getting that? Aloneness is not being isolated. Aloneness is in spite of togetherness. It is like an actor may play 100 roles, but is alone with himself. While playing the role, he is still the actor. He is not forgetting himself. Not that to be the actor, I don't want to play any role. What is this? You understand what I am talking? To be an actor, you don't have to say, I am stopping to play all the roles now. Why? Then what type of actor you are afraid of playing the role? An actor means you can play the role. What role? Any role. Also, no role. Both are fine. So which one you choose? You decide. Choice is yours. Living becomes such a freedom. Are you getting that? So, Atmataya, so whatever, so far you have taken yourself to be, give up. In a sense, give up that identity and being with yourself and see that rest is only God, Ishvara, totality. Atma, Brahma, Jiva, Ishvara. Okay? I have been told this. Now, he tells you, Brahmahamiti eva vishuddha buddhya vidhi sumatma namakhanda bodham. Brahmahamiti eva vishuddha buddhya. By this pure understanding, where there is nothing other than it, Aham Brahmaiva, Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Brahman. With this knowledge, Vidhi Swatmanam Akhanda Bodham, know yourself. Swa Atmanam Vidhi, know yourself, which is Akhanda Bodham, indivisible, perennial consciousness, which never ever breaks. There is no division of any kind. You continue to remain in all levels, waking, dream, lucid state, childhood, youth, old age. These things go on changing, but you remain changeless and indivisible in and through all times. See, this is where you find your ultimate solace in life. Abba, it doesn't matter what conditions prevail, I am existing. Like space. Doesn't matter whether there is a cyclone, gentle breeze, freezing, snowfall, hot summer, raining, unaffected. Akasavad. like a space, untouched every moment. Doesn't get drenched by the rain, frozen by the ice, scorched by the sun. But allows everything to happen through it. That is how you see yourself. Okay, having told this, now he gives you 2 more verses to contemplation. Please read. Mrutkarya sakalam ghatadi satatam mrunmatramevahitam tadvat sajjanitam sadatmakamidam sanmatramevakhilam yasmannasti satah param kimapi tat satyam satma swayam tasma tattvamasi prashantamamalam brahmadvayam yat param mrutkaryam sakalam ghatadi satatam mrunmatramevahitam tadvat sajjanitam sadatmakamidam sanmatramevakhilam yasmannasti tatah param kimapi tat satyam sa atma swayam tasmatvamasi tasmatatvamasi prashantamamalam brahmadvayam yat param. See, every word that is given, you must understand clearly, and all the words mean only same thing. Brahma, Atma, Chetana, name it, Ishvara, you just name anything you like. All these words mean same thing. That's why, if you, without understanding the meaning, if you simply pick up and repeat, it is boring. It's a Sufi story goes, one day 3 people, they are going from Persia to Khorastan. What is the Khorastan? Don't ask me. That is the story. So these 3, from Persia, these 3 people are going. And they did not know any language. They were with a teacher who gave them only 3 words. And they picked up the 3 words. We were not happy. These 3 words he picked up. One is we, another word is were not, another word is happy. And with that, they started going away to the pilgrimage centers. They want to move around and show off their wisdom. 3 words only. Then all these 3 fellows, idiots considering themselves wise, as they are walking down, they saw there is a dead body on the road. Then they naturally standing and looking at that. Stupid people know what else to do. So standing there and looking at it. So these Khorastanis, they came up and said, who killed it? So they used the first word, we. First word they used, we. So immediately they were taken to the judge, and the judge said that and asked them, what are you doing there? The judge cannot believe these people are looking like idiots. So he asked them, were you standing there? He says, were not. Second word they used, were not. Then all the fellows said, it's a lie. Then the judge knew they are lying. Then he said, okay, how do you feel? How did you feel when you killed the man? Happy. Then the judge couldn't believe that. Everybody said, oh, these are all monsters. The judge still doesn't believe it. He said, okay, all right. He asked the people, you think they really killed him? What can be their motive? Because he has to establish a motive before punishing. Then he asked him, what was your motive? What was your motive to kill this man? All of them desperately together tell all the sentences. We were not happy. He was punished. They were all punished. This is the result of the people repeating the word without understanding. Most of the time you shall see in these discourses, wonderful words are used for other people's consumption. I had even gone to a place you cannot believe, I don't want to name it. The person will be reading a particular verse, but giving whatever comes to his mind. The audience, people don't understand Hindi or Sanskrit or anything. So this fellow goes on talking nonsense as he likes. And because he sings those things very nicely, and there are 4 or 5 people sitting down with the musical things also. So everybody is enjoying that beautiful. So nobody cares what is coming there, as long as a beautiful sensation of music going on. And do you know why people do not like truth or they don't comprehend the truth? Because it's not a sensation. Who you are is not a sensation. That's why not many people like it. Who you are is not a sensation. That's why people don't comprehend it, because they want to comprehend a sensation. So what do you say? If you listen to the, please appreciate, if you listen to the chanting of the Vedas, it is more enchanting than the truth. Are you getting that? The chanting of the Vedas are more enchanting than the Vedas itself, the truth itself. Why? Because it is immediate. It gives you immediate sensation of beautiful chanting. Immediate sensation of singing, dancing, hugging, jumping, all these. Why people like to be touched? You understand? Touched. Touch me. Hug me. Look at me. Why? Because there is a sensation. So everybody loves it. It can be done easily. The seekers of sensation, those who are hunting for experiences, will not grasp the truth that they are, which is not a source of sensation. That is yourself. Do you want unalloyed, unmixed happiness that you are? Or a sensation in the name of happiness? That is why people pick up words. And most people love the sensation of words. It's like if you tell somebody, repeat this particular name, everything will be fine. Somebody feels very comfortable. What is the meaning of the word, that name? Just imagine. What was the meaning of the word name? Not interested. Because words are very nice. So the person goes on repeating the words. What do you do? What do you do? That is why fanaticism comes. It's much a Sanskrit word you must repeat, or Hindi word you must repeat, or Tamil word, or English word, or an ancient language, Latin word, Greek word, Chinese word. So now the fight comes as to which word is more sacred. The truth cannot be expressed in any word. And if you know what it is, any word is good enough trying to reveal it. Please see that. So, nicely see that. He gives you the contemplative verses now. Mrutkaryam sakalam ghatadi satatam mrunmatramevahitam mrutkarima sakalam ghatadi sakalam mrutkarya ghatadi sakalam. All the pots. You can see the same example. How many times it has come now? Ghata. How many times it has come? 100 times it must have come. Why? Those days when the teacher were sitting down, they had only two things inside that hutment. Ghata, pata. Pot and clothes. So examples are ghata, pata. Everywhere ghata, pata. Everywhere. Today, you can have electricity. You can have the physics, chemistry, mathematics. Whatever things you see or whatever examples you can say, iPod, camera. We can take this example. See, the examples may be modern. The truth is ancient. Are you getting that point, please? The example is modern. But the message is oldest, ancient. Because the example is new, that is, the truth is new. Same consciousness. Anyway, so he says that Mrutkarya sakalam ghatadi satatam runmatramevahitam. In fact, all the pots that are existing are nothing but the clay. Tadvat sajjanitam sadatmakamidam sanmatramevakhilam. Has been pots made out of clay is nothing but the clay in another name and form. Because karana guna karye anuvartate. The cause flows into the effect. If from the wood a chair is made, wood flows into chair. If from the ornament gold is made, from the gold ornament is made, gold flows into the ornament. If from the clay pots are made, the clay flows into the pot. From this Sat, if whole creation appears to be, the Sat flows into the whole object. Here there is no flowing into, because we are all pervasive, it is an appearance. Whatever you see, the easiness is not destroyed. Okay? The Satness, Sat, you understand? The Sat means easiness. I am, listen carefully, I am. Hey, this is beautiful. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. When you say I am, listen carefully. First you have to say I am. In this I and am, the meaning of the word I and the meaning word of the am, easiness, existence, consciousness, aham chit, aham sat. When you say I am, I and the existence both are one and the same. Now when you say I am, then you say body, the I flows into the body. I am, the creation, flows into the creation. Rich, flows into the riches. The I am flows into everything. Are you getting that point, please? Existence, that I is, that existence goes into everything. I am, body is, I am the body. Are you getting that? Nothing stands apart from the existence. Sanmatraiva sarvam. Everything is Sateva, pure consciousness. Yasmat nasti satah param kimapi. Yasmat satah param kimapi nanasti. Since there is nothing other than the Sat, satah param kinchit nasti. Other than the Sat, existence, pure awareness, nothing is there. Tat satyam sa atma swayam. Therefore, not only everything is Sat, everything is existent, but also Atma Swayam, that also is myself. I am that reality. Since it is so, Tasma Tattvamasi Prashantamamalam Brahma Dvayam Yat Param. The teacher now instructs the student, since there is nothing other than the Sat, therefore, Tasmat Tattvamasi Prashantam Amalam Brahmadvayam Yat Param. Therefore, you are that. Tat Satyam Brahma Tvamasi. You are it because as even no pot can exist without the clay. Since pot comes out of clay, clay is in unto the pot. This appearance of the universe is in the consciousness, Sat, the Absolute. Therefore, that Sat, in and through everything, it is also you. May you always contemplate on that, be that. Okay, having told this, then further he says, Nidra kalpita desha kala vishaya Gyantradi sarvam yatha Mithya tadvadaya pijagrati Jagat swagyana karyatvatah Yasmadevamidam sarira karana Pranahamadhyapyasat Tasma tattvamasi prashantamamalam Brahmadvayam yat param Nidra kalpita desha kala vishaye Gyatradi sarvam yatha Mithya tadvadaya pijagrati Jagat swagyana karyatvatah Yasmadevamidam sarira karana Pranahamadhyapyasat Tasma tattvamasi prashantamamalam Brahmadvayam yat param. Right. Again and again, the teacher reveals the same thing, and the student also is expected to again and again think over that idea in order to make this understanding absolutely firm. In Sanskrit, there is one nyaya, logic, they call it Sthanu Nikhandana Niskandana Nyaya. Sthanu means a post. Sthanu Niskandana or Nikhanana, both way. When you are fixing a pole on the ground, what do? You dig a hole. Then you push the pole inside the hole. And you fill it up with the mud. And then what do? Shake it a little. If it is shaking, what do? Take some stones and hit it from all sides. Sthanu Nishkandana. Sthanu Nikhanana. Both way they call it. Sthanu Nikhanana. Khanana. Sthanu Nikhanana or Sthanu Niskandana Nyaya. Where you want to, after you fix the pole, you want to see to it that this pole is solidly fixed and doesn't go on shaking all the time. So you put it up and then go on fixing it from all the time, all sides. You shake it once in a while. Why? To see that whether it is really shaking. Same way, you must test your wisdom. Having seen the truth for yourself, now you want to check it out. Is it shaking? That is why, not only when your own thoughts disturb you by itself, you have to check out yourself, but also when other people disturb you, you also have to check out. That is why all other people are your checking inspectors. In this knowledge, when you are in this knowledge, you don't get angry with anybody. Because Everybody is your speed inspector. They are checking you out. Are you okay? They don't know they are checking you out, but you give them that position. You are grateful to them that they have made me to find out whether I can still react. There was one day a sadhu, the story goes, in a village. The village is by the side of a river. And everybody says it is a very holy river. So you are supposed to bathe there 108 times some days. But who has time to bathe 108 times? Everybody feels you must. It's like people who stay in Tiruvannamalai, they don't go even once around the hill. But people from other countries, other places, they come and they go around the hill not once, twice, 10 times, 20 times. But the people from Tiruvannamalai, Pola, we'll go. We will go. Always will go. Why? Any day, that any day never comes. So this person was living in that village and he was supposed to have a bath in that. But anyway, he every day goes, has a bath and comes back. One day, there was one fellow who saw everybody, because everybody told that he's a very holy man, he's a nice man. There is another rogue in the village who wanted to disgrace him. And to prove that this fellow is a rogue, he's stupid. He wanted to tease him. So he stood there, he sat down on a veranda. When the sadhu is, after having a bath, is coming back, he deliberately spits. And that, in the breeze, that spit fly, goes and touches him. And when that falls on you, you are again impure. The fellow goes back and has a bath. But doesn't tell anything to him. Again he goes. Again he does something. He must have first time, he must have thought by mistake he has done it. But after third, fourth time, any time he comes and is spitting, he knew this fellow is up to some nonsense. But anyway, every time he spits, he goes back. Like that, after some time, the fellow's mouth is dry. There is no more spit coming. And he felt so rotten. He said, my God, this man is not getting angry. Even if I am trying to do that, try to provoke him, but still the fellow doesn't get angry. So he goes back and really falls at his feet. He says, Maharaj, I really try to teach you. You seem to be totally unperturbed. He said, no, don't fall at my feet. I must fall at your feet. He said, why? He said, I am such a lazy bone. Every time I have been thinking I should have a bath 108 times in this river. But I am such a lazy, compromising fellow. Never I could find time to bathe. Today, your grace, I could bathe 108 times. Are you getting that point? It's just not a story, eh? The person who disturbs you is your guru, because he is testing out your wisdom. Are you really established in it? Somebody says something. So what? Simple example, I'll give you this cell phone. Sometimes during the lectures, not only here, go to sophisticated places, clubs, hotels, groups. By chance, that some people forget it. Because who bothers? Just you forget it. And the moment suppose it rings, suppose you stop the whole thing, everybody will be aware of it. So there are 1,000 people sitting down there, some corner, some telephone is ringing. Does anybody know about it? But the moment you stop, then you look, then you make a big show. Now everybody is unnecessarily disturbed. But suppose you say, okay, you continue doing what you are doing, they switch it off and finish it. A person gets up, so what? Maybe he thought it will be in the Hindi or Tamil, but he's going in English. So he can't suffer for 1.5 hours, he has to get up and go. And once he gets up and go, you don't have to look at him and shout it at him. Are you getting that point? In the process, you are disturbing yourself, you are disturbing everybody else. But the person says, oh, it's very, very strict. Very strict for what? For what? If you allow the person to go away, allow the situation to pass, it just passes. When you start reacting, that is why you have to look for yourself. It is not what the other person is doing. Ask yourself the question, not what other person did, or why she did, or why he did, or why it happened. Ask, why am I reacting? That should be your mantra, not what other person is doing or saying. The question is, why am I reacting? When the cold breeze passes and you get fever, you don't ask why the cold breeze is coming. You ask why my body gets affected every time by cold. Are you looking at your body or you are stopping the cold breeze? Are you getting that point? You look at your immunity system. Anytime I eat mango, my stomach is upset. Then shall you blame mango? Or look at your system. When you go to the doctor for the allergy test is to find out the mistake of the fruits or the inefficiency of your body. Are you getting that point? When you go for the allergy test, you are not finding out the mistake of the fruits. The fruit is fruit. Why your body is reacting and to which all things your body reacts to. Are you getting that? So same thing is there. Why are you allergic to some people? There are people who are allergic to some people. Allergic to some, just like you are allergic to certain food. You know, my uncle, I hate. My brother, ugh. My sister, I don't want to see her. My brother, husband, wife, somebody, people have that allergy. If you look at them in their presence, your whole blood pressure goes up, you are fainting now. Ask not why these people are like that, or why somebody is doing or saying like that. Ask, why am I reacting? What is the difference between somebody sneezing in the class and a telephone ringing? What is the difference? No difference. Sneezing, out of control. Why? It happens. What can you do? It happens. Can you hold it? If you hold it, you will sneeze louder. If you normally finish it up, finish it up. If you go on holding it, it will come like that. Over that you have no control, you sneeze. You have got a telephone. What control you have got? It's ringing. Why the other fellow doesn't know whether you are sitting in the class or puja or anything. It is ringing. Okay, you can switch it off. That is the only thing. By chance you have not done it, it will receive. What is the problem? So switch it off, finish. Reactions. So it's very, very important. Again and again you do that because sthanu niskandana nyaya. Again and again. People are your tasters. So everybody becomes your guru. Whoever tests you out. Suppose somebody provoking you to be angry, you did not get angry. Thank you for giving me the taste. Somebody talks you nonsense, you don't feel humiliated. Thank you for giving me the taste. Somebody wants to, deliberately try to tease you, you never feel teased. Thank you for giving me the taste. So every time you are grateful to the whole creation. Okay? So see these verses, please. Very beautiful. This teacher now reveals the same thing from various standpoints, so that your mind becomes very, very strong. You recognize it. Nidra kalpita desha kala vishaya gyatradi sarvam yatha mithya tadvat ihapi jagrati jagat swa ajnana karyatvataha mithya. Nidra kalpita desha kala vishaya gyantradi sarvam mithya. Nidra kalpita, in your deep sleep, when you are experiencing the dream, the desha, the space, kala, the time, the knower, experiences of all kinds in your dream is false. Right or wrong? You know it. It is all false. Why it is false? While dreaming, is it false? Huh? While dreaming, is it false? That is the beauty of it. While dreaming, it is not false. But when you wake up, it is false. Like when you are under the spell of anger, everything is very true about the anger. When you are under the spell of a misunderstanding, you think everything is true. You don't know it is wrong. Are you getting that? It's like you are under the spell of a misunderstanding that your maidservant has stolen your diamond. So whatever she does, you look like, whatever she does, she look like she is trying to hide the diamond. She talks to somebody, organizing to sell it off. Somebody visiting him, I think the fellow has come to take it away and give it somewhere. Whatever she does, because you are under the spell of it. But later on, somehow while looking for it again in your bedroom and somehow it came out of the pillow cover, then what happens? The same lady will be walking, you have no thought, no idea about her. Why? Are you getting that? Under the spell, as long as you are under the spell, that thing seems to be very, very real. That is why ask yourself a question. Am I under the spell of a misunderstanding? Why am I thinking like that? Why am I reacting like that? Why am I torturing myself like that? Ask yourself. So Ajibin, the moment you wake up from that dream, everything is falsified. Tadvat ihapi jagrati, jagrati api, in the waking state also, same way, jagat, the whole creation, ajnanatvatah, because of her ignorance, it appears to be, for you to be real. Understand? Only difference, as I told you already, your dream is your projection. This waking universe is not your projection. It is in the Brahmasrita Maya, the Brahman consciousness, all pervasive. Because of the Maya ignorance, it appears to be. And because I don't know myself, I take this projected world as myself. Are you getting that? Let God play his game. Literally, God is playing fool in this universe. He is playing fool. Don't ask him why is he playing fool. Let him play fool. How does it matter to me? He is everything. He is the death, he is dying. When people say, but how can God allow this? What are you talking God allowing this or that? He is the death, he is dying. He is the player, he is the playing. He is the food, he is the eater. He is everything. So there is no question of asking, why is he doing to me? Where are you away from him? Are you getting that point? Only when you exist away from him, you ask this question. Why does it happen to me? Who are you? Establish yourself away from everything. But the person is so full of himself, he is not ready to accept. That is why you need so much of study to come to this level. And the person who has never studied anything, he simply dismisses God, he simply dismisses himself. To that person, what can you talk? What can you talk? He is not ready for discussion. Oh, I know, it's nothing, it's all false. In one stroke, he dismisses the whole thing. Or there will be another set of people, one stroke they believe in something. This is the right. What a headache. A believer is as stupid as the non-believer. If a believer doesn't make it a knowledge, but remains at the level of belief, he is as stupid as the non-believer. A non-believer can be fanatic, believer also can be fanatic. But when you appreciate yourself as you are, you can accept both. Somebody is believing, it's okay, that's all right. None doesn't believe, it's okay. Why? You see, if I say, this mountain, beautiful mountain, when you go to the top of it, there are so many nice little springs on this mountain. Other fellows say, what are you talking? Tiruvannamalai is a dry place of nonsense, harsh landscape. There is nothing called water. There is no, in the ground itself, there is no water. In the mountain top water, I don't believe. No, shall I say, yes, there is no water there. I have seen water. But what can you tell him? Yes, if you don't believe, that's all right. Why? Why should I try to convince him for what? But I have seen it. So many times people, when they The trouble with is, the non-believers, there are two set of people all over. There are some believers who want to convince everybody. That is why the conversion. And there are some non-believers, those who dismiss everything. Both are useless. If somebody doesn't believe, that's his. How does it matter? Because he spoils himself. When you don't believe in God means you don't believe in yourself. That is the point. Then it's a different game. If you start with yourself, it becomes beautiful. Appreciate. Anyway, so all that we have seen elaborately. So Jagrat, Swapna, so Jagrat also, this whole waking universe also is like an appearance, like a dream. Yasmadevam idam sarira karana prana ahamadi api asat. Sarira, karana, sarira, your body, karana, your sense organs of action, prana, adi api, ahamadi, even ahankar, I thought, everything asat, appearance. As even from the dream you wake up, dream is falsified. From the waking you wake up, waking is falsified. Are you getting the statement? From the dream you wake up, dream is falsified. From the waking, if the waker wakes up to himself, waking also is falsified. Meaning, you know clearly it's an appearance. Consciousness alone exists in waking, dream, deep sleep. Tasma tattvamasi prashantam amalam. Therefore, you are that tattvamasi prashantam, eternally restful, amalam, eternally pure, ever existing, as it is, Brahma Advayam Tatparam. That indeed is yourself, that you must see at all times, all places, all conditions. That's a very beautiful statement. When you wait from the waking, dream is falsified, waking is. Waking, can you wake up to yourself? Instead of being with the I thought, be the aham pratyaya gochara, the meaning of the word are. Then it's also lovely appearances. It continues as long as your body is there, you continue to see it. When body falls it, you remain as consciousness. Creation doesn't touch. So it continues, let it go. Why Ishvara continues? Thereafter God alone continues. Totality. I don't have to worry about it. Having told this, then further he says, please. Yatra bhrantya kalpitam tad viveke. Why is it? Okay. Tattan matra naiva tasmad vivinnam. Is correct. Yatra bhrantya kalpitam. Okay. Yatra bhrantya kalpitam tad viveke. Tattan matram naiva tasmad vivinnam. Swapne nashtam swapna vishwam vichitram. Swasmad vinnam kinnu drushtam prabodhe. So very nicely says. So this is what, like, how do you, he explains again. Yatra bhrantya kalpitam tad viveke tattana matram. Yatra bhrantya yat kalpitam. On the rope, bhrantya, by your delusion, you have kalpitam, a snake or a flower garland. Tad viveke, when you do the investigation, inquiry into the rope, you shall see, in and through the snake, in and through the flower garland, it is the same rope. Right? Yatra bhrantya. Wherever because of the ignorance of that something else appears, in that appearance, the reality is inherent. On the post, if the ghost is appearing, in unto the ghost, the post is there. In the mother of pearl, if the silver is appearing, in unto the silver, mother of pearl is there. In the same way, it's not vibhinnam, it's something not free, it's not different from that. Same way, swapne nashtam, swapna vishwam vichitram, sasmad bhinna kimnu. So, when you are on the dream, you are waking up. As long as you are under the spell of the dream, it is looking different. The moment you wake up, do you see the difference between you and the dream? Because the dreamer and the dreamer, one and the same. Beautiful logic. See, 3 levels he is talking to you. So fantastic. If you see the rope, no problem. Because you don't see the rope, the snake is projected. And in and through the snake, the rope is existing. In the appearance, in the adhyaropa, imposition, adhisthana, the substratum is inherent. So on the appearance of a rope, on the appearance of a snake or a garland, the rope is inherent. Same way, the dream is an appearance. Because of ignorance, when the dream appears, when you wake up, is it different from the waker? The dream and the waker are one and the dream and the dreamer are one and the same. In the same way, when you wake up from the waking to consciousness, can the consciousness and the waking and the dream and the deep sleep be different? Solid logic. Beautiful. From the dreamer who dream you wake up, the dreamer and dream are one and the same. From the waker, from the waking when you wake up to yourself, nothing can be different from the what you are waking up to. That is the one which remains the content of the waking, dream, deep sleep. One consciousness in and through. And that is yourself. Iti Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavaya. Please. Prashantamamalam. To consider that to be yourself. Okay? It's 2-3 different like that he gave. Having told this, now the next 10 verses are full meditation verses. Very beautiful verses. I want you to completely get it by heart. As we are passing, slowly, we'll be singing it. But every day before you come to class, we'll chant the 10 verses, whether I've taken it or not taken. Until you get it by heart. Even evening also prayer, you can pick it up later on sometimes. When everything is over, you must remember. All the brahmacharis, all of you, you must remember these verses. Completely chanting. You know, these 10 verses, when we were studying, Swamiji, Swami Chinmayanandaji was teaching us, Vivekachudamani. So he told us, you pick it up. You all of you chant. So we are also chanting. We were chanting. And we did remember. It's not that we did remember. But the trouble is, sometimes when you remember the 10 verses, the sequence you forget. Some of the sequence is forgotten. For me, it was like that. Anyway, I'll tell you the incident. So it was taking, we are in ashram, we are studying in one day. So happened in Bangalore, there is a program. And all of us are invited, the brahmacharis also. So we all went. And when we went there, my God, suddenly one day in the morning meditation class, Swamiji is taking, brahmacharis, chant the verses. So we know the 10 verses, not that we don't know. But, not everybody, not everybody. Few of us knew. And there is one person who really knows it. Not only knows, but also Krama. The number 1, 2, also he knows. The trouble is, he is very slow. Prasad. Prasanna. He'll be chanting suppose Jati Niti Kula Gotra Duragam. Now we shall chant it. Okay? Will that? Is it? But he will go Jati Niti Kula. Such constipated speed. And then when we are finished, we are waiting. Can't wait. Because he is in the 3rd line. We are already in the 4th line, finishing in 3rd line. By the time he comes to the first only, we can catch up again and go, no? But he also somehow poor thing, is dead and gone already. He was 60, when we joined, we were 23, 22 like that. He was already 40 or 42. So anyway, he's gone now. So, could not, and that day we could not chant. Swami said, no food for the Brahmachari. Old age, starving. It's okay, have fun. You remember all this. Because very beautiful verses. So even though you remember, because that time I think, but I want you to remember the krama also, okay? Because sometime during the classes, I may ask you to chant, who knows, okay? You must do that. It's very, very good. Okay? Anyway, by chance you don't do it, instead of one day you can make star for 2 days, that's all right. Okay, just see, think of it. These beautiful verses, you really remember this. It's so nice. I mean, I cannot be. Independently, sometimes you can take classes like on these 10 verses itself. It's so beautiful. Read the verses. Jati niti kula gotra duragam Nama rupa guna dosha varjitam Desha kala vishayati vartiyate Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani Jati niti kula gotra duragam Nama rupa guna dosha varjitam Desha kala vishayati vartiyate Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Please see these beautiful verses, remember it and chant it and see the meaning. Brahma tattvamasi iti atmani bhavaya. The teacher instructs the student. Hey, atmani bhavaya, think in yourself. What? Brahma tattvamasi. You are the Brahman. Aham Brahmasmiti. I am the Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. And the teacher says, Tattvamasi, you are that. You think, Aham Brahmasmi. I am that. I am the Absolute. Iti bhavaya. And what is this Brahman? The word Brahman now he explains. What is this Brahman? Who is Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam. This is one word. Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duram Gachati. Duragam. It is far away from Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra. Who you are is not a Jati. Man or woman. Or any type of caste divisions, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, black or white, yellow or green or red or anything, no caste, no jati. You cannot belong to a particular type. Jati duragam, that is free from every jati. That is why you taste it out for yourself. Somebody says, the Indians are fools. You don't have to get angry about it. Pretend to be angry under the circumstances. You don't have to be crazy about it. Blacks are like that, whites are like that, yellow is like that, brown is like that. Rich man is like that, poor man is like that, man is like that, woman is like that. You recognize. Please appreciate. It is not a programming in insensitivity, desensitizing people. No. You see yourself who you are. Jati belongs to somewhere. Body is like this. Young or old, black or white, green or yellow. Riches are something, position is something, but I am free from it. So, what is your reaction level? Nil. And that is why you can choose to express yourself. absolutely powerful. It's like a lion. A lion lying down. He doesn't care if a rat is coming over his body and tickling him, does he? But the moment he gets up, the rat will run for his life. Does a lion care for a rat? Huh? He gets up and the rat runs for life. When you understand yourself who you are, this body, mind, thoughts, descriptions, commentaries of people is a distant dream, far away in a corner. You have seen that Gitopadesh painting, Krishna in that chariot, he is Uttariya. This upper cloth is fluttering on the breeze. The symbol is the Brahman all-pervasive. A little flutter is a universe somewhere. In all-pervasive quiet consciousness, even the stars or planets are distant whispers. In infinity expanse, which galaxy is a majestic form? Are you getting that point? You understand the vastness. In the infinity expanse, which form is significant? Even a galaxy is nothing. The whole universe is a fluttering. Understand? So, jati, nothing. Niti, kula, gotra. Niti, niyamas. Should do this, should not do this, look at this, don't look at this, do eat this, don't eat this. Different types of niyamas. Kula, what dynasty you belong to, which family you belong to. Gotra, what is your ancestry, whether it is a rishi or it is an animal. It doesn't make any difference, understand. But what happens? Average person gives so much of importance to it. What is his jati, what is kula, what is gotra. That is why when you listen to these things, people who make a business out of jati, niti, kula, gotra feel threatened. They don't understand. They are also Brahma Tattvamasi. They are also as much the Brahman as the other person is. The person doesn't want to. He says, it doesn't matter, I am not Brahman, but let the other fellow be ignorant and let me make some money. It was a strange thing. Other day, one man I saw, he had with himself some years back. He had some 10-20,000 US dollar he had with him. And the US dollar those days were 20 rupees, 18-20 rupees. It was a long time back, some 10-15 years back. He had $15,000-20,000 somewhere because he was working in America. He has brought it and kept in dollar form because those days you could sell it a little more price. I don't know where is he now, God knows. Anyway, so that person, one day he was talking to me and he said, Swamiji, the dollar value is going down, I said, you should be happy. With the whole India will be happy. No, the dollar is going happy, whole India will be happy. It doesn't matter, whole India is happy because he is losing his dollar, Because he has $10,000, therefore the dollar should go up. Can you believe it? That is the thinking. That is the thinking of average person. It doesn't matter, I am not the Brahman. Why? Because I am making business out of the jati, niti, kula, gotra. Ayyo. You should feel happy. Harappa, there is no such nonsense. That which is far away from the jati. Manushya jati, Pasu jati, Pakshi jati, male or female, human being, animals, different types of laws and regulations, kula, gotra, dynasty, descendants, all these things do not. Jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam, nama, rupa, guna, dosha, varjitam. And these are the Dosha. Dosha means limitation. What are the limitations? Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha. I am free from every name. Who are you? Who are you? Can't even say nameless. Are you getting that? Are you getting that point? No name. So who are you? What is your form? Rupa also is a dosha. Your Rupa, the moment there is a form, it brings in limitation. Limited by time and space. Anything limited in time and space will have a form. Or anything has a form is limited in time and space. If it is limited in space, it has to be limited in time. If it is in and through time and space, guna, nama, rupa, then guna. What are the guna? Qualities of what? Asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamata, pakshyate. You know all these things. Guna of the physical body. Red, green, yellow, colors of the body. Or guna, sattva, rajas, tamo, guna, anything you can call it. Guna varjitam. No description of any kind. So, to be with yourself, what shall you think? Nama, name, rupa, quality, jati, kula, gotra. What shall you think? To be yourself, what shall you think? Easier than the easiest. And the ordinary person, what will say? That is the difficulty. You know, some things to be thought over, you know. If you can give me a thought, can you give me a thought to hold on? Oh, it is like many people feel it uncomfortable because this knowledge does not believe in, not believe in means what? No action is possible. Karma is not necessary to be yourself. There is no practice needed. To be yourself, what practice should you do? Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Practicing is needed if you want to be a master of something. Suppose you are singing. You go on practicing. You will sing it better because it can be better and better and better. Right? You are playing a game. It can be better and better. Cooking. It can be better and better. Consciousness can be better and better and better. Cannot. But what can be better? My awareness. Now I am little conscious. Sometimes by habit I am falling it off. So what are you trying now doing by your practice? Are you improving on the consciousness or improving on your mind? Are you getting that point? You are improving on your thinking. You are not improving the consciousness. That is why think. See it for yourself again and again. And if you stay with that, then to be there, I don't have to think anything. That's why it makes it easier. By habit, thoughts come. Okay. Jati niti kula gotra duragam nama rupa guna dosha varjitam. As you are chanting, no nama, no rupa, no guna, no dosha. Desha kala vishaya ativarti yat brahma tattvamasi. Desha kala vishaya ativarti yat brahma. That is Brahman, which is Desha Kala Vishaya Ativarti. Desha Kala Vishaya Atitya Vartate. That which is existing beyond space, Desha, Kala, time, Vishaya, objectivity. That which is beyond time, place and objectivity, if you want to name it, Brahma, and that indeed yourself. Iti Bhavaya. So as you are chanting, you see the meaning of it, which is beyond time, meaning all times available. Waking, dream, deep sleep, past, present, future. Beyond space, here, there, everywhere. There is no place where the consciousness is not. And therefore in and through everything, myself. no name, no form. Iti Atmani Bhavaya. Think in yourself, meaning be yourself. Your thinking and being one and the same thing. This whole thing is an exercise in silence. Are you getting that point? You say, all these words are beautiful exercise in silence. You think to be thought-free. You use the word to be quiet. You use all the thoughts to be yourself, the consciousness already existing. Therefore, no word is your enemy, no thought is your enemy, no concept is your enemy. Everything is beautiful. Are you getting that point? So remember this chanting, okay? So, as you go on doing that, you please remember this. So, as you are sitting, going anywhere, Jati Niti Kula Gotra Duragam. Wait. Work on it. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha Varjidam. Alright. Desha, Kala, Vishaya, Aditya Vartate. Ativarti Yate Brahma Tattvamashi Atmani Bhavaya. That is myself. After that, what? Okay? Right. Since other thoughts are there, why not this thought? Put up one more. Okay? Are you getting that? Hey, anyway, I am thinking, no. So why not this? And once this is effortless, thereafter, every thought is fantastic. You become a lovely player, you're so sweet. Hey, what can I say? All right, you better do it, huh? Next verse. Yat param sakala bhaga gocharam gocharam bimala bodha chakshusha Shuddha chidghana manadi vastu yate Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani Yat param sakala bhaga gocharam Gocharam bimala bodha chakshusha Shuddha chidghana manadi vastu yate Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. So you take another verse and again you think. Yat param sakala yat param sakala vak agocharam gocharam vimalabodha chakshusha Shuddha chidghana anadivastu yad brahma tattvamasi iti bhavaya. May you think of. What is that? That which is yat brahma param. It is param. Param means what? Another word, but means what? Desha kala visayativarti yad. Desha kala visaya ativarti. One word, param. So can you say, I understand desha kala visaya ativarti. Param I don't understand. Stupid. The same word. Are you getting that point, please? Same word. Why are they making so many words? That is because somebody is so dense, they need million times to be hit. If you are smart, one word is enough. And what is that? Aham, enough. Only one word. Thereafter, it all goes on giving you from different directions. Different dimensions is just giving you. Yat param. It's like, why are somebody can say, why not then, what is this aham? And by every time aham, I say headache, no? Why not having every day rice? Every day rice. Why are you eating idli? Idiyappam, dosa, upma, pongal. Why not rice? Suppose every day morning rice. When you are eating pongal, is it rice or not? Upma is right or not? Upma, rice upma. Huh? It's all rice, but why different things? That is what it is. Monotony, you take it away from life. Okay? Same way. Aham Brahma, Aham Brahma, Aham Brahma. Innada ide? Param. Deshakala vastu parisunyam. So you think you are picking up a new word, but it's all the same. You think you are eating new dish, but only rice. Are you getting that point, please? You think you are eating a new dish, you know. Your stomach doesn't recognize palau. Your stomach recognizes only carbohydrate. Your tongue only knows the difference. Your tongue only knows that. Bread, roti, other things made out of chapati, wheat flakes. But stomach? Carbohydrate. Your stomach is a wise man. You understand? Your tongue is rascal, rogue, ignorant, and the stomach is wise. He doesn't discriminate. Anything comes carbohydrate, it deserves like that. Your sense organs are all differentiating. Your mind, wise. It's all perceptions. Your thoughts are different. Who you are, wise man. Everything is same, consciousness. Okay? Madhava, it's so sweet. Yat param, that which is desha kala vartya purusunyam. Hey, what can I say? Sakala vak agocharam. Sakala vak agocharam. Vagvihi agocharam. That which cannot be described, known by words and description. Sakala vak. All the words separately or together cannot ever describe what it is. Therefore, to be yourself, what should you think? Having known this, you are thinking consciously. Are you getting it? That is the beauty. I know no words can describe, but I am describing. That is the fun. I know no thoughts can reach it, but I am thinking. Are you getting that point, please? It's just like knowing. The food cannot make you immortal, but you eat. Why? To maintain your mortality. The thoughts cannot make you conscious, but thoughts can help you to deal with other thoughts. Take that way. Are you getting that? Your thoughts about yourself will help you to deal with other thoughts very well. Because when I know myself who I am and understand the nature of the thoughts, I can handle every other thought. So, sakalavak agocharam. All the words separately, collectively cannot describe. Then why are you talking? Gocharam bimala bodha chakshusha. Bimala bodha chakshusha. The one who has the eye of clear perception, meaning discrimination. Bimala bodha chakshusha. The one who has a mind, the insight, a clear insight for him, gocharam. Words cannot describe it. Mind sees it, comprehends it. And such a mind can see the meaning of the word. Call it mind, call it yourself. You see the meaning of every word. Gocharam. Vimalabodha chakshusha. One is aware of himself. Every word reminds him of himself. But no word is with himself. Are you getting that point, please? You understand what I am talking? This is the beauty of this wisdom. Understand? I am using a word to describe a sound. Thunder. When I say the word thunder, it reminds you of the thunder. But if I don't say the word thunder, it will not remind you of thunder. Sound of the waterfall. Squirrel. What is the sound now? Stopped. If you don't name it, you don't remember it. Now sings, remember. In between sounds, understand. Just see that. When you name the sound, you remember the sound. If you don't remember it, if you don't name it, it doesn't remind you. Listen. When you say the word silence, it reminds you what it is. If you don't say the word silence, what is there? When you say the name, it reminds you. If you don't say the name, it is. Are you getting that? See the dimension. Say the word silence, it reminds you. If you don't use the name, whereas in case of thunder, when you say the word thunder, it reminds you. If you don't say the word thunder, it doesn't remind you. Every other thought is like the thought of the sound. Home reminds you of your home, doesn't recreate. Car reminds you of something. Boat reminds you of something. Mango reminds you of something. Donkey reminds you of something. If the word is not there, it doesn't remind you. We say aham, atma, chetana. It reminds you of what it is. If you don't say, you are with it without a name. That is why in this knowledge, names are as beautiful as in the absence of it. That is the freedom. That is the freedom. Freedom is with the thought as comfortable as even without the thought. With the names as comfortable as even without the names. Are you getting that point, please? See that point very clearly. So, Sakalavak agocharam, yet gocharam vimalabodha chakshusha. One knows it with the words, he sees what it is. Without the words, he is what it is. See the meaning of the word? And when there is no word, you are the meaning of the word. Gocharam vimalabodha chakshusha. What is that? Shuddha chidghana anadi vastu yat. It is Shuddha. Pure awareness, nothing other than it. Shuddham. Chidghana. Mass of consciousness. Chidghana. Chidghana. Sadghana, Chidghana, you know that is Anandaghana. Ghana means mass of consciousness, meaning all pervasiveness. And Anadi Vastu, beginningless existence. Yad Brahma, that indeed is. So all that word Brahman is now associated with how many things? So many names. Brahma. Tattvamasi, that indeed you are. Iti, Atmani Bhavaya. So, where no words can describe. So, which word you should hold on to? Right. Which one you cannot hold on to? Are you getting that? Who you are is not a word. So, which one word you should hold on to? Nothing. Since it's not a word, which one you cannot hold on to? Everything. Both way fine. Are you getting that? Both way you are happy with yourself. Okay. Okay, read the next one. Sadvirurmi vira yogi yogi rute bhavitam na karanair vibhavitam buddhya vidyam anabadhyam asti yate Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Shadvirurmi vira yogi yogi rute. Bhavitam na karaneir vibhavitam. Buddhya vedyam anavadyam astiyate. Brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Oh, beautiful verses. It's like a lullaby. It's like a lullaby. So sweet. Every day you can go on chanting. Begin your day like that. Continuous. Anywhere, anytime walking down. Shadbhi, Urmibhi, Ayogi, Yogi Rut Bhavitam, Na Karmi Vibhavitam, Buddhya Vedyam, Anavadyam, Asti Yad Brahma, Tattvamasi, Tadevahamasmi, Dataya. What is the something? This is Shadbhi, Urmibhi, Ayogi. Ayogi means unassociated, unaffected by Shad Urmi. There are 6 mighty waves in life. What are the Shad Urmi? Famously known as Janma Mrityu, Kshudha Trusha, Shoka Moha. These are the Shad Urmi. Urmi means mighty waves of life. These are the 6 mighty waves which continuously drowning everybody in this world. What are they? Janma, Mrityu, birth, death, major ones. The major disasters. Janma, Mrityu, that is the beginning. Suppose you are not Janma, what is the problem? With your birth only everything begins. So that is the major cyclonic effect. Janma. First thing you are born, then begins your headache. Janma. Janma, Mrityu. The moment your Janma, Mrityu is there, naturally with the Janma thereafter, Vardhate, all that you know that. Janma, Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshyate, Vinasyati, all that. Apakshyate, all that you know. Asti Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, all that knows. 6 modifications. It will come. So, yes. First 2 major disasters. Janma, Mrityu. Then Kshudha, Trusha. Hunger and thirst. Another 2 major disasters. Janma, Mrityu. And with the Janma comes your Kshudha and Trusha. Hunger and thirst. Imagine. Just think of it. After Janma, Mrityu, suppose there is, after birth, suppose there is no hunger and thirst. You think anybody will work? Any problem in life? Just know, you please analyze. By chance God forgets that stomach. By chance you forget the stomach and there is no hunger for somebody. You think you will do anything? You are not doing anything for anybody in life. Please understand, friends. The whole, in Orija they say, Peto Chakhandagu Nato. In the Peto means the stomach is only 6 inches. The stomach 6 inches you forget. The entire world will be forgotten. Why? That brings you every type of struggle. You are struggling to keep yourself alive. Understand? Sound is not needed. To keep yourself alive, suppose a deaf man, will he be dead? Why? No sounds, if Allah is dead. Sound. By chance somebody deaf, dead. Skin is leprosy, skin. No feelings of the skin. Dead? Sabda Sparsa, Rupa, eyes blind. Dead? No. Rasha, tongue is somehow burnt throughout last. Will you die? You will still eat. Nose is blocked. Can't recognize the smell. Right? Food. Sex. All the 5 together. Suppose sex. No sex. Anybody dies? But food and hunger. Hunger and thirst. Kshudha, Trusha. These 2 things. Just to eat, we have to keep ourselves alive. We have to struggle to produce food. and produce food, surplus food, sell, business begins. Are you getting that? More types of food, luxury begins. Luxury, business, economics. Therefore, you want to cultivate little more. So, did people discover the agriculture? Did people discover car first or the plow machine first? Huh? What did the mankind discover first? Definitely not aeroplane. If you walk on the earth, you can fly on the plane. If your walking is not difficult, will you thinking of flying on the plane? Am I nuts? So what did they first discover? Agriculture. That is why agrarian economy, the whole agrarian economy, everywhere, river valley civilization, food. All other things come later on. If today our generation is discovering these things because other generations have taken care of the necessities. If the other generations have not taken care of the necessities, we will not be thinking of these things. Why are you thinking of computer? Because somebody has think up to that. Our next generation, you don't know what they will be thinking of. Because when everything is ready, now the whole earth is useless place. Why? 4 or 5 hours. Nowadays they are going to discover some plane now. They have already found it out. Just a matter of time to build that plane. From London to, from Bombay, New York, 4 hours. So morning breakfast here, lunch in the New York, then come back to dinner for Australia, and breakfast in America. Or lunch, dinner, snack, and dinner back home. Early morning you go, 12 hours you go around the world. It can happen. See, when it's like that, then afterwards what will they discover? Yeah, boring, only after this, so much of speed, only go to Australia. Cheh, why not go to moon? Yes, some fellows will go to moon. But when they go to the moon, this body is not enough. Can we make this body a little stronger? Okay, create some artificial thing. Who knows? Who knows? What all things will be discovered? All because somebody has taken care of the food first. They say to consider your ancestors as uncivilized, you must be nuts. You can only go from where they have stopped. Are you getting that point, please? So, Shadbhi Urmibhi. So, these are the 6 fundamental thirst of life. 6 fundamental principles. Janma, Mrityu, birth, death. Whether you are a king or a queen, ordinary person, whether a president or a citizen, doesn't matter. Birth and death. Kshudha, Trusha, hunger and thirst. There is no royal hunger and ordinary hunger. Presidential hunger. Presidential hunger and village man's hunger. It's all hunger and thirst. That is why president also can have a headache. It's not that the king has a royal headache. The king doesn't have a royal headache. Are you getting that? Body, body, body. Same body. Kshudha, Trusha. And then Shoka, Moha. Delusion and grief. They are another thing. Mighty waves of life. Your delusion, ignorance and grief. Shoka, Moha. So, Janma, Mrityu, Kshudha, Trusha, Shoka, Moha. Birth, death, hunger, thirst, delusion, grief. After that, everything is included in this only. Between birth and death, all your struggle. Between hunger and thirst, every time, all your struggle. It can be hunger of the physical body or the hunger of the eyes, ears, tongue, taste. Hunger for a sense organ or thought or something like that. Thirst for object, thirst. You can tell that imagery. And then because, why it begins? Because you are deluded, ignorant, under spell of ignorance. Therefore, moha, and therefore, shoka, grief. Deluded. I am the body dying. Shadbhi urmibhi ayogi. Brahma, who you are the consciousness. These 6 mighty waves do not touch that. No birth, no death. Unborn, ajaha. No death, nityaha. No kshudha, no trusha. There is no hunger, no thirst. There is no part. There is no hunger, no thirst. No show, no delusion, no grief. There is no ignorance there. And therefore there is no grief there. That is myself. So if any time by chance you are coming under the spell of this, what does it mean? You are forgetting yourself. Take care of hunger and thirst. Take care of birth and death. But delusion and grief, never. Are you getting that point, please? Just because you are a wise man, hunger and thirst will not go away. Birth and death will not go away. You must know how to manage it. But delusion and grief, definitely. No more, I am hungry with the hunger of the body. No more, I am dying with the death of the body. No more, young with the youth of the body. I am deathless, timeless, ever existent. So, Sadbhi Armubhi Ayogi. Yet Yogi Rudbhavitam. Yogi Rudbhavitam. It can be seen by the yogi. One who sees that reality, he sees it by himself. Call him yogi. So this is a yogi. One who knows that is a yogi. So Brahman, a yogi. One who knows it, yogi. We'll see more of it in the afternoon. But that is something. So Buddhya Veda, that which cannot be seen by the mind and all this. Tad Brahmattvamasi, we shall see in the afternoon. Atmani Bhave. May you always see it for yourself. Just close your eyes, chant the Jati Niti Kula Gotra Duragam Nama Rupa Guna Dosha Varjitam Desha Kala Vishayati Vartiyate Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani Yat Param Sakala Bhaga Gocharam Gocharam Vimala Bodha Chakshusha Shuddha Chidghana Manadi Vastuyate Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani